Well, if you're not aware of Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, we've been down at ARAB's federal trial for the last couple of days. And one of the things that we reported yesterday is that Dark Low wasn't allowed. He was actually escorted from the court building as one of ARAB's members was testifying against ARAB and the other co-defendants. Well, ARAB's little brother, Leak Moss, put this up on Instagram saying, "Free Dark Low. Shit is crazy," pretty much implicating that this brother was actually arrested. That's right. Dark Glow, AR Ab's right hand man, was arrested. And we hear right now that he's in federal custody. Now, we don't have the full details on exactly why he was arrested, but when you put two and two together, the witness that turned government, pretty much didn't want Dark Glow in the room for whatever reason. And then less than 24 hours later, he is taken into custody. So you put two and two together, I would say, if you ask me, that he was told on and implicated in some type of a crime in Philadelphia. Like I said, the official information hasn't been released, and I don't even have his government to be able to try to do a search and try to find out. But when we do find out, you already know, man. Stay tuned, stay locked in to this channel right here. We're giving you all the exclusives in person, not secondhand. We're definitely, we're in person finding out a lot of this information. So, man, I mean, a lot of those guys now are behind bars. Um, Crazy situation here. I mean, nothing really more to say, but it has been confirmed by sources affiliated with OBH and Dark Glow that he was taken into custody. Now, yesterday we talked about this on our podcast. We talked about some of the developments. We talked about Dark Glow being removed from the courtroom. We were actually there in line waiting to go in when we seen the marshals come out and say, "Look, he doesn't want you in the courtroom for whatever reason." I never heard anything like this, but I guess when you're cooperating with the government, they will, grant your wish. I mean, I thought it was a public place where anybody could walk in and observe this, and it's going on. It's going to be ongoing, obviously. Definitely try to get back down there. I couldn't make it today, but I definitely want to get back down there next week. It'll probably be going into sentencing, so I'll clear my schedule out to make sure I have that exclusive information for y'all. But what we do know is Dark Glow is in police custody, and as soon as I find out the exact reason, what he's being charged with, whether he's just brought in for questioning, did somebody tell on him, I will definitely have it for you. Also, go to hiphopun.com, which is our official website. We will also be running continuous updates on our website, man. Sad situation here, but we definitely just got to wait and see what's going on. Hey, I'm going to give y'all a treat. We actually recorded a video yesterday where we talked about our experience at the trial. We had some real good information. I'm going to put that on the back end of this so the people who didn't see the original video can actually get the details of what happened yesterday, along with Dark Low being escorted out as the government brings in their expert witness who used to be around OBH but flipped on him for a deal. We got a lot of Takashis out here, man. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Hit the like button and make sure y'all share this video. Hip Hop Uncensored. Ain't nobody rocking like us.
Yeah, Sam, man, to get to the main topic, of the day, we actually today for the second day in a row went down to Philadelphia to the federal courthouse, and we were witness today to ARAB's trial right now.
Yep.
Pretty much a federal racketeering case. They're alleging that ARAB and I think 8 other defendants pretty much ran a drug operation in the city of Philadelphia, which included heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine. And we got to sit in on a portion today, Sam, man, where we seen, FBI agents testifying, Philadelphia police officers, even a Sprint phone representative, from wiretaps and different text messages that were intercepted. But I would say today, one of the major developments is we went through the first 4 hours and, we went for recess. We came back in. We were trying to get scanned to come back into the courthouse. And we seen that ARAB's right-hand man, Dark Low, real respected dude in the city, was made to leave at this particular point of the court case. The reason cited that the person on the stand telling didn't want him in the courtroom while he was about to tell on his friend ARAB. Now, it turns out that this person that's working with the federal government is an OBH member, and he was one of the people that was beside ARAB. He's now working with the federal government, and he said specifically, I don't want Dark Low in the courtroom. So we're sitting in the hallway saying, man, and we see like 5 U.S. Marshals come out, pick Dark Low out the crowd, and say, you got to go over there. He don't want you in there. He gives them a little bit of fuss, but then he says, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, we overhear guys talking, and one of the key witnesses now for the feds is one of ARAB's right-hand man. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, God, man, you know what? We're not, we were talking about this on the way back. We're not the type of platform, right, that's going to sit back and give you a 22-page layout of some paperwork and go through the line by line. No disrespect to anybody that does that, because it's your lane and it's entertaining. That's just not us, right? So the fact that we could actually sit in the courtroom and feel that shit,
yes, sir,
and to see what was going on and to see the reactions and to feel the vibe and the energy, this is what I'm talking about. Now we can give some real actual perspective, even though line by line, number by number, you're not going to get those ins and outs here. But you're going to know what really happened, what was really good, man. It was a lot that stood out to me. And like you said, let's go backward to back to front.
Yes, sir.
Coming back, man, when they went on recess, we knew already what it was hitting for, because we went yesterday and we were told that recess, we got there just as recess was going on, because we found out late that the trial was even happening. We got ready. We live about 45 minutes away. We don't live necessarily close to each other, so it's about a 15-minute interaction for us, and then to fly down there. So it took some time. Get down there, it was recess, didn't get in, got to talk to some people and realized, all right, today we got to get down there a little earlier. So that's what we did. And when we got back to recess, we already could kind of get a vibe that the marshals weren't letting a lot of people in anyway. There was a lot of shit that was about to go down. And when we were in there in the beginning, the first 4 hours, we had a brother sitting next to us, because we started seeing people get jittery, and we seen the prosecutor go, can we approach the bench? Because that witness was about to come in right then and there, and they weren't comfortable. They weren't cool. And as it started unraveling, the brother was like, yeah, that's because the rat's about to come in, that the snitch is about to come in. I've been in these rodeos before. I already know what's about to go down. So we're like, okay, so we knew what was about to go on when we got back. And the fact that we seen the marshals go ahead and bring out Dark Low and let him pull him to the side and go, listen, I even think I've overheard them say you can go in after he testifies, but while he's on, he doesn't want you in there. So it was just like, damn, the reason why he didn't even come in initially is because he wanted to make sure everything was in place and the lawyers knew that. Damn. Yes, I think that was very telling. And I think it's going to give you the outcome of this case. And I'm pissed off. And I know you're probably even sick of the fact that we couldn't get in there and hear this part, because I think you and I could easily attest, and both attest, that they didn't have much. The prosecution didn't have much outside of that. They brought in witnesses. They brought in feds. They brought in, like you said, Sprint, phone people to try to kind of piece things together. They were on social media as nuts like crazy. Be careful.
Yes, sir.
They was riding that joint like a mug. But then once the defense came in and started cutting all that up, you seen that they really didn't have much going on. That witness was about to give up a lot of information. The witness, what'd you say his name was, oh God?
I think, you know, I don't want to, we weren't in there.
Yeah.
But people are speculating that it might be a cat named Taz, but I don't want to put it on his name there without knowing for sure. 100%. So it's somebody in his group.
So definitely. We know somebody in his group, when he gets on that stand, and we looked at the jury and they didn't give us much confidence. They gave us a real eerie feeling in our stomach. But when they see somebody that looks just like the defendants, just like the brothers that were sitting behind us and the sister that was sitting behind us, giving them account after account after account of what was going on, that's going to be bond to them. That's going to be gold to them. And hopefully that's not the end all be all to this case, because like I said, outside of that, they didn't have much. They had a situation. Let me see what you think about this. But when they impounded the Impala, they didn't have anything at first. I think it was an Impala, right? Or was it an Impala? It
was a Jeep Cherokee and an Impala, but I think they found stuff in the Jeep.
Did they?
I think so.
Okay, well, they added a compartment that when they brought it out, they had contents that they found. They didn't know that until the informant, the dude that flipped, the OBH member, went in and started letting them know. So it was getting deep. We really wanted to hear this testimony from this brother. He didn't want certain people in the courtroom, like you said, like we said, like we saw. and they probably could have fit at least another 20 people in there. But we seen
of course, yeah.
early on that the fix was in, and they was on something different in there.
Yeah, man, it was we seen a lot. We seen even one of the people that was a buyer, the defense team, which was phenomenal. You know, ARAB and his co-defendants had some of the best lawyers that we ever seen, but they were breaking it down where the people that they would get to buy the drugs and go to the OBH members and whatnot, this person was actually stealing money, you know what I mean, stealing the drugs, you know, from the transaction. It was a lot that went on in the courtroom today. But like you said, a lot of conspiratorial evidence, a lot of holes in their cases. But I think that, and I hate to say this, with this guy coming on the stand, whoever it may be, and we know once the documents are officially out, we'll be able to put a name to that person, whoever that person is. But a lot of people are speculating now. I think it is going to hurt. But now I would say it was a lot of ups and downs from what I think, what I observe. I will say that the defense is doing a real good job, you know what I mean, which is the ARAB side and its co-defendants of proving their case and saying, look, your case is not really as strong as it looks like when you read the headlines and you see what they were caught with. And you see that a lot of that stuff really wasn't, you know, as official as you think it may be. But you know, we wish the best for those gentlemen, because it's a rough situation, obviously, to be in with your life on the line. But it was powerful. It was powerful end of the day, man. And you know, another thing I'll speak to is he had a lot of people, a lot of support from the community. Once again, a lot of people sitting back there waiting to see it. And I don't agree with somebody being made to being taken out of the courtroom. I think that he should have been able, Dark Globe, been able to sit in there and look at this dude in his face. Now you about to start pointing and telling everything.
I mean, what the hell was he going to do? It was nothing but suited up feds in there. Right. You had to go through 19 fucking security checks to get in there. What else was he going to do? Mm-hmm. Talk about that, old guy, because I don't know about you. That was my first time ever in federal court, ever.
Yeah.
And it was something to see. What did you think about that? Was that your first time in federal court?
Yeah, it was my first time in federal court. It's way more security, I guess, than a regular court. Like a regular court, I don't think they say you turn your phone off, but you ain't got to put it in the pouch or nothing like that. You could take it in there. So the probability of you recording, you can, you know what I mean, superior and all that shit. Yeah. So that's a little bit more. They don't want to leak that information out. We got to show our ID and things like that. But ultimately, man, I mean, it's the feds. You're dealing with the feds. So it's a total different level of fucking, you know, devil that you're dealing with. That's the best way I can, you know, because you just look at their face, man, stone cold, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's nothing like I ever seen before, but ultimately I think that he still may have a good chance. You know, I mean, we weren't in there to see this testimony and how deep he was going to go, but I think he may have a good chance. You know, real quick, let's talk about the jurors. I wanted to talk about that too, because I was looking over and I was making sure that I was like, all right, I was trying to keep count in my head, you know, what the juror count was. And I think that we had maybe 3 African-Americans, maybe 4 on the juror. I know I seen one guy, which was probably in his 50s.
It was one guy.
Right. One black lady, right, maybe. I saw like an Indian, you know, East Indian woman, and the rest of them were probably like middle-aged white people from probably Doylestown or something like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, we will see. But I will tell you, man, you know, for people that weren't in there, his defense team is doing a great job. Yeah. A great job.
Yeah, they're cutting up. They in there slicing everything the prosecution is throwing at them. Something that was very telling to me is I got to see front row seat how they genuinely judge us on that level. They don't give a damn.
Yeah.
From, you could tell just the ice coldness in the courtroom from walking in the courtroom. Now, it was cordial in the beginning. It was cordial when we got through security. But once you walk up in there and you're about to get into the courtroom, you just feel it. Line up against the wall, take your jackets off, even though we just took them down right here. Ain't nothing we could possibly do. It was just a level of, you could just see the level of, all right, we're here and you guys aren't. You could feel it. When you're in the courtroom and you hear some of the defense trying to make certain points or object certain points that are being made by the prosecution, you see the judge immediately dispelling it, keep it moving, doing this, being very cold and just very I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but he wasn't really even just kind of giving whatever, shrugging the shoulder to a lot of what the defense was trying to say. It was very, very telling to me how just oppressive this shit is, man.
Yeah.
And how we're regarded out here in this system. They seen just black thugs in a group of people in a setting making money automatically had to be crime oriented. You got testimony from FBI agents, tactic force agents, saying that they seen black bags being transferred, didn't even properly notate what was going on.
Yeah.
Never even prove what was in the bags.
Yep.
Never even could properly identify people involved.
Facts.
But then correlate that with Instagram post, and because his person was with this person and this IG post and this shirt may look similar to this, that was him. It's wild what we heard.
And that's the thing, man. And here's what I'll say, you know, about the social media thing. There definitely is a social media task force.
You know, we heard it.
You heard from a social media task force person. There are these people out there, and we're, you know, whatever. If you're doing anything or if you're not doing anything, I would suggest don't put all your business out there like that, especially if you're doing something that may be, you know, questionable. I'm not judging nobody, but if you want to be caught, put your shit on social media because somebody's watching it.
I wouldn't even go prop guns at this point. I wouldn't even do that.
Nothing, because you don't want that attention.
I wouldn't even do that because they're watching. You guarantee they're watching. If you got a little bit of a following in your city, they're watching you, and they will put anything on you. I mean, it's just like, it's as dangerous as, all right, old guy's in a situation or I'm involved in a situation and we take a picture together. Now all of a sudden we accessories or we're involved in it. Like they're not playing out here, and they don't need much to go ahead and try to ruin your life.
Yeah, even, you know, to the point where, I mean, they were taking trips to Cali and they had agents. That guy on the stage was, you know, on a stand was the guy, I guess, that traveled. He was next to him and then beside him. That's crazy.
4 or 5 times they said he traveled back and forth to Cali with him. That is insane.
They had cooperation from American Airlines, cooperation from property managers. This shit goes deep, man. So, you know, we was in there, like Sandman said, you know, we ain't just reading the court documents and whatnot. We can easily do that. We're giving you, you know, of what we feel in there. I wish like I said, we were literally like 3 or 4 people away from being able to sit in and see the OBH rat, you know, snitching. It was so close, but they cut us off and said nobody else was allowed in there. We weren't allowed in there, but if you had like a suit on, you was a lawyer or attorney, they walk right in.
Oh yeah, and they were like, Dark Low wasn't the only one that they turned away. They were giving ID issues, and you heard brothers in there saying, "Oh, that's because they don't want us to see the rat." And all. It was getting heated in there. It was getting tense in there, and you know it was about to get the energy was about to. The
word's gonna spread like wildfire. I bet you by the time we put this video up, people are gonna be coming in the comment section and they're gonna be telling us who it is. I guarantee you, promise you, because day's over. People seen it already. It was over at 3:30. It's 4:55 right now.
Yeah, they seen
the word is already spreading right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look some comment section real soon. We probably find out.
Word up.
But I know we again, I didn't want to put on somebody's name, but I actually know him. But all speculation, it was definitely, you know, a guy in OBH that was around ARAB in music videos with him. Definitely.
Indeed. And we seen Dark Low there. We seen Leak Moss. We seen a lot of OBH members there.
King Earner.
Yeah. Didn't bother anybody. Wanted to get a proper respect to this brother going on right now. But if y'all seen us, what you did, and y'all want to have a conversation on the platform to get more perspective on this,
hit us up.
The door is wide open. You know what I mean? Please come on. You see that we were out there. We're trying to support the brother, trying to give proper perspective to what was going on in that situation. So if you have more to add to it, I want to give more perspective on the platform. Hit either one of us up in the emails, whatever video you might see this platform, you may see this on, hit us up. Doors wide open.